Can I get a mic check? Thanks, guys. So, looks like we, well, there's just an endless stream of people that around the world that are trying to get on the discounts, but they're in different parts of the world, like Australia and stuff, and it's later there, and so the discounts have expired on them. There's another one, so I just don't start touching all really quick here. What a day. Yesterday was a tight day for me. It was, I think, a moderately red day, if I remember correctly. And today has been pretty light. I got out of a few things. Not much. On my day trade account, I got out of Microsoft for a whole 83 bucks. OMVS, I'm still holding. CUR, I'm still holding. Last night I had a nice little oil trade, or a few of them. And that's it. I haven't traded it today. I don't think. No, I haven't. I've just been stalking the market. So basically yesterday we were down in here, and I was saying that this was our trading range, and if it got up above this green line and this resistance, the gray line, that this was an extremely bullish quadrant, and this is in the S&P, and sure enough, wow, talk about bullish. Pre-market it was up here, and then it gapped up. Well, it gapped up, and then boom, at open. Very bullish. Anyway, your next, so yeah, resistance from yesterday was 246.47. Now it's 248.02. After 248.02, it's really bullish up in here. If it gets up in here, this is like stupid bullish. 249.74 is your next target. So we'll see. It sure bounced off the target today hard when it went. Oil. We have some oil traders killing it. Well, all of our traders are doing well. Traders in the day trading room are doing well. Bitcoin Reed has been doing fantastic. That starts, I think, the service tomorrow. We are going to have a room for that. Apologize for my bulldog. He's doing this thing there. Let's go to the oil room. I'll show you that chart. And yeah, so Reed's killing Bitcoin. Reed and company. I start trading it tonight. Service starts tomorrow on it. Oil, Bernard and crew have been killing it. I did get some snipes last night, but nothing like Bernard and crew. Our trading room itself today has had a number of plays, so I won't even go through those. Wins, very few losses. Lots of wins and very few losses, that's fine, where you're not in it. Should have had it open. Okay. Let's just get this chart expanded here. So here's the bottom line of oil. It hit the bottom of the quad. So oil hit the bottom of the quad after hitting the target yesterday, and it didn't stop. And it kept going actually through quad, so it's chosen this up channel. And it is now sitting at the top of a decision to confirm the up channel. So it's extremely bullish. It does have some resistance overhead, but it's very bullish. So I wouldn't get in this way, but it's mid-range, right? 42 to 52 is trading, 47-ish. Let's go take a look at what's happening on SPY here. Okay, so that's oil. Gold. So the last few days I was telling you that this area was critical, where this thick diagonal line is, and this is the quadrant line. So it breached it, a little flash crash last night, overnight trading, and then it regained, which is kind of typical, and now it's on the run. It's at a quad resistance, or a algorithm model. Well, it's a fib resistance for range. That blue line there is the quadrant. Well, that's a trend line resistance. It's pretty important stuff, but it's still, gold is still over. You can see how it relaunched here on this support here on the mid quad. It's still over its important cluster of resistance. It used the cluster actually as support. Surprise, surprise. Almost to the penny. It's pretty neat models once you get to know how to use them. Like I've always said, I'm a much better technician than I am a trader. Our models are firing off and our traders are winning, so that's good. Dollar. So yesterday, if you watch the videos, and I'll get them out tonight, it'll be the first thing I do. I'll get the last few days out tonight. If you watch the last few days, you'll see that this line here, this diagonal green line, it's been on our dollar chart for over a year. That's a calculation algorithmic model calculation. That's straight math. It's not represented on any chart. It might be now because there's a trend line. That's funny. There's a trend line forming there. Surprise, surprise. But it's been on our charting for over a year. So if there's anything that'll give you confidence that our algorithmic modeling formulas process what's the right word for it? If there's any amount of credibility to our salt, that little line there has been there for the last 12 months at least. And sure enough, and it ain't a trend line that was there the last 12 months on any other chart. Got up there and boom, and off it went. Came back and tested it. I did say that 92.71 was the target today, and 92.70 it hit. So we'll see. So all the way down, that was the possible target. Now, there is a conventional support and resistance line here that represents a mid-quad. based on Fibonacci. That is possible, 92.55. And then there's a broad range on the model. Very important line, most important line on the model at 92.39. It did recently lose that. Tanked down, took out the stops, and then came back up. And we'll see if it holds it. If it holds it at 92.39, I'd be very cautious with your gold and that kind of thing. Anything that the dollar relates to. So that's the dollar. AKS, I was looking at a possible long today. It's come off a bit with the dollar. It should have, because yesterday I think it was up 5-6%. So it's waiting for the dollar to get grip and go here. We'll see. Google, I think it's a little overbought. I was looking at a possible short. I was going to short it right at the top here and didn't. Thought I'd wait for a VWAP. Didn't happen. So I didn't take the short. I'd be underwater right now if I did, if I took it. I was about to take it when it lost VWAP there, and then I thought, we'll see. Market's pretty bullish, of course. Should have listened to myself. I mean, all the way through here, right? I called a lot of this. Well, volatility, right? Yesterday, I was saying 10.4, 10.5. There's the odd wall there. Possible channel bottom in the model that I've been talking about the last number of days, and it hit it like precise. It couldn't be more precise. Right now it's testing it, so it could take that out. But be careful with these because, you know, typically they'll take out the shorts underneath them and go. Happens on the oil chart all the time. You have to be very cautious with the models. But it's typically those long tails that tell you the story. So watching TVIX for a possible long, watching AKS for a possible long, and watching gold for a possible short, and watching oil for a possible short, watching the dollar for a possible long, and yeah, so that's what's going on with me. So not a lot. There's been a lot in the room though. I'm going to soon we'll start publishing these transcripts again. We're going to backdate them, and we've got a bunch of new people helping us out. Whatchamacallums? Interns. So we should get there. Myself and Reed and Sartaj have been falling asleep on our keyboards. Lots. Reed did it again this morning. I did it last night. Let's see if there's any updates on here. It is nice having a disciplined team. I watch other rooms, as you know, and it's like a train wreck. They're not all like that, but a lot of them are. Most of them are uncontrolled. I put this as a freebie out this morning on my feed, and Microsoft got serious lift. Nobody took it, or nobody thanked me. What else we got here? OMVS, yeah, good news on OMVS this morning, and it just didn't go. So we'll see. Very small position for me. There's my got Microsoft 4 hours ago. Pre-market. Then it took off at open. Masterclass today, 2 o'clock. Sorry about yesterday, I forgot all about it. But we should be able to do a quick primer on Gen 2, 3, and 4 models, and that's the end of the class. If we're trading, then we'll just do it tomorrow. Onboarding members, yeah, we've been a bit slow there, but we're getting there. Same with our reporting, we're getting there. Crypto crazy, 1K to 4.59 million since 2011. That's absolutely insane. I'm going to start broadcasting my oil trades, like right from the trading platform. Eric's got his Bitcoin tattoo. That's super cool. that's about it. There's no real big news here today. Okay, let's get into our charts. If anybody wants me to look at any charts, let me know. Oil's on the rise again here, getting up to its resistance. I might just have to kill Interactive Brokers platform here while we run charts. I can definitely get rid of TVIX for now. Google, do I have it alarmed? I'll get rid of some charts here that are slowing it down too. Oh, and by the way, I have a plan for, I've got a specific individual that's going to pick up various computers for me and equipment and stuff and wire it all together because I'm so behind I can't even set up new computers. It takes time to do that. It takes hours, many hours. Google, yeah, so I don't have it alarmed. Let's alarm it real quick and then I'll shut it down. I should have prepared all this, apologize. Wow, charts are just bugged out. Definitely gonna have to shut down Interactive. Huh. The swing trade setups have been interesting. The whole market's been really interesting. That's the thing about the markets, right? They keep our attention because every day is different. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Everybody would be rich. Dollar's coming off here again. So I only need one of these dollar charts open. So which one will it be? Let's kill this one. Oil I don't really need open right now. I won't be trading it anytime soon. Okay, let's try this. So just gonna open one chart. Well, yeah, let's open GBT, start there, and then we'll run the others. Global Blood Therapeutics. I think you guys have been nailing that. Some of the traders have been nailing natural gas with that model that Chris is working on. I do believe. I haven't dug into it yet, but all right, charts, let's do this. GBT. Once one opens here, it'll go faster. The Natty model, yeah, Chris has been working on it, so it's something that we have to speak to Chris about and work through one step at a time. The whole intention of our platform was to democratize it and teach people how to do this so that we could launch it through the platform for sure. I gotta open one that has my setup on it. 2 seconds here. Yeah, that's our goal, is to have a bunch of people with a bunch of models. That's the vision. Different trading rooms. Totally democratize it before it's too late for the average individual to get involved, because I don't claim to be anything like Elon Musk, but he's got the same kind of a mission for AI, right? Certain people like myself see a future that will be average for the it'll be difficult, very difficult for the 99.9%, not the 99%. And Elon Musk has a project to democratize AI. And this little project, relative in size to that project, is to democratize algorithmic models before, at minimum, intelligent assisted trading takes hold, and the average trader can't trade against the machines. So our vision is to have a platform that democratizes that before it happens. That's the goal. I've actually had traders challenge me on it and say, if your plan is to democratize it, why are your prices going up? And I say, well, it's simple, that it has to be paid for. We're trying to take most of it from the markets, like through our winning, and maybe that'll work. Like our private capital fund and our trading and winning, the profits from the winning. Pardon me. So who knows, maybe one day the models will be, cost nothing. But cost $12 million a model to build them out to coding. Okay, and that's just from after they're tested. The initial, wow, a lot of people are trying to get their subscriptions through. What am I doing? I was going to look first at this one. Sorry, my charting such a pain in the ass. But you know what? This is almost over. I've got somebody to do it for me. Set up new computers. GBT. It's pretty sad, hey? Can't find time to set up some computers. Okay, we're starting with GBT, and then we're going on to these others. They'll move a lot faster here now. Take care, Chris. Wow, look at GBT go. This market's just on fire. Crazy town. Yeah, over its 200, bounced off an MA. Doesn't get much better than that, does it? Wow. Such a nice chart. Okay, let's take a look at these here. So much happening in this market today. PYDS over its 200. What happened every other time? Nothing good. Now it did do well here. The question is, why did well here too? Why did that change? This could be just a simple trend line scenario. You see this type of chart in the markets all the time. So if that actually holds, you know, this chart scenario as a thesis, then this is actually a divergent turn or a bottom. Mr. Louis has a couple questions. Gold. Gold can be on a shorting zone if it goes below 1316. 1316. Yeah, if it goes, I mean, if it loses this diagonal line here, for sure, it's a possible short. It's just that, you know, you got the next support decision down here. But yeah, you short it when it loses it. If it goes the wrong way, and you cut. If it doesn't, you keep going. Or the other way to look at it is you've got this cluster down here that was a resistance cluster forever. And now that's going to be heavy duty support, so you got to remember that. But yeah, for sure. It's definitely possible. I'd watch the dollar to be sure. See how it does. The dollar, if it keeps this line here, gold doesn't have much upside. It might get a little bit, but well, it depends on the geopolitical too, right? But yeah, where will I short it myself? I'm looking at a gold short too. But it's all determined on the dollar holding its support down here at 92.38, preferably at 92.70. the place to do it, like even on this dollar chart, you can see it, wherever these gray lines are, horizontal gray lines on all the charts, that's your main, you know, if you want to really execute trades, that's the place to execute them. Everything else in between is just day trading, right? Like I have a lot of members quite often ask me questions, you know, they want to get swings or larger trades on the models, and I tell them you can't get the, you know, you typically can't get the larger moves unless you go on these grays. You know, if you do it mid-zone, like here, you can get some range for sure. But if you know, if you're looking to crack the bat, you know, so you can see what happened when I got above it. You see what happened when it hit it, and then down it comes. So that's on the dollar chart. Same thing applies on the gold chart. But intraday, you know, these quadrants are intraday trading, right? So it loses a quadrant, short it, it gains a quadrant, long it. And that, my friend, is gold. Now, don't forget you got a gray right here on gold. But yeah, I would expect gold to lose some momo. Gold's tough right now because of that dollar. It would have been much preferable had the dollar lost 92.38 and kept it off. So PYDS, the question is it really a divergent chart yet? Well, not by my standard, but by a lot of people's standard in the markets. It is because of this trend line. So, yeah. Yeah, nothing else tells me it's divergent, but could be. So that's PYDS. I'm going to yeah, there's so many plays. I think I'll just let this one go. If it gets going at another point, we're going to know anyway. SCVL. Earnings, bottom play. IPXL. Whoa. I can't remember if we had looked at this one before, but man, that's traded through the 200 perfect. Like right to the textbook. That's the way it's supposed to look. Get up through the 200, fail it on the first try, bounce off your MAs, get up, failed twice, and then it left. Technically, trading perfect. IPXL. Interesting chart. There's a lot of those coming along now. GNCA. Well, got to have a big September. End of window dressing today. Mind you, these charts are so bullish, I don't know how they're going to slow things down if they wanted to. So this one almost doubled through that last pop through the 200. Yeah, super neat chart, hey? Yeah, it might go this one. It's up against some natural resistance at the back there, but based on the setup, that it's a bottom and it's about to regain its 200. It's pretty awesome. They might not run it until that 100 comes down, but you never know. Huh. It's a nice chart. I'm not going to save it yet, but I've got it alarmed. Yeah, towards Louis' question there. The thing about trading those quadrants is, like I think I understand what Louis is asking me. We, you know, myself and a few other traders, the thing with oil is oil, you know, up until recently, always trended a significant number of days or weeks. It would trend up or down. And now it's stuck in a range and it just goes up and down, so you really don't get the long trends. So in past, it was a lot easier to hold through all of it. Now that it's not there, what we do anyway, like myself and our technicians or people that I know well in trading that trade oil, they won't do anything with this until it firms up in the channel. But the problem is these channels are getting so short. So that's, this is an example, I think, what we're saying, like oil got up and through this quadrant. Instead of chasing it, let it confirm. And there's different ways to let it confirm. One way is to let it retrace and see if it pops again. Another way is, it's up over its previous high. Those are usually the two best ways. But, you can just, when it gets up over the orange line, you're long. If it loses the mojo while you're long, you cut it. And that's what happened with Bernard down there. He just took the trade and went. And we got the trade yesterday, but we just didn't get the whole range. Let's go take a look at gold here. Yeah. I don't think gold's getting much more. I mean, if it does get a bid, well, there's the dollar there. It's coming now. Right to a penny. And off it goes. So I don't know about that quad. Okay, GNCA is definitely coming up to 200. No doubt about it. PXL still bullish. QTNT, bottom play, not my deal. DGE, bottom play, not my deal. Mankind, MNKD, we've been watching this one. It's up over its 200 now. Look at the volume. I could go crazy town anytime. This is a serious setup. All that volume. What's going on here with the dollar? So I guess they've decided the dollar is gonna stay bullish in AKS. What's going on? Looks that way. $12.56. People are just getting back from lunch. It's up over VWAP on the one. See you later, Louie. So the AKS bulls think that the dollar is going to bounce right now off of that fib on its first retracement. Well, while they figure that out, let's finish our charts. This is probably going to go look at that volatility rate on the line. Well, I think that's it for mankind. I think that's its bottom for now. That's it. Crossing. Interesting. I wonder if someone's going to run this afternoon. Just lost VWAP just now. I wouldn't doubt if this gets going again today at all. Might come off a bit more. ACY. It's tough to place this thing. This is interesting too. Wow, some great charts. Keeps losing its 200 though. Big rain too. Wow, look at this. What happened here? Color volume. Bottom play gets its 20? Why would it get so much volume? What is this? Reads. Never traded it. August 29th. Chairman bought 300,000 shares. Might be a good bottom tie. NK. Stuck between the 20 and the 50, 200 with the 100 about to get through. That's funny. Whoa, oil's on the run again. LENS. 200-day test from the bottom. Blue. We've seen this one. Just didn't take it. Congrats to Corey on that one. URGN. Jeez. OMPT. OPNT, sorry. Look at that. AGLE testing at 200 from below. Therapeutics. NTLA, Intellia Therapeutics. Wow, it's got the horns too. Wowza. Man, that's bullish. Love this chart. Wow. I don't get much better than this. $319,000. Jeez, what a chart. I'm not going to close this one. That's a crazy chart. Very interesting. Well, I guess I gotta close it while I do the rest of these here. It'll alarm anyway. Publish idea and TLA. Good Lord, that's a nice chart. So this is going to be interesting, because if the S&P stays up, it stays bullish, all of these charts that are sitting up are all going to run. And there's got to be, oh man, I bet you in my pile there's probably 100. Crazy. Okay, let's keep going here. Wow. It's one of the better charts I've seen for a long time. And then there's read WPRT, I guess. BLCM. Westport. Jeez. Unbelievable. And that one just snuck up and I didn't even know about it. Crazy. $3.30. It's got, well, it's got a few resistance points. $3 is its first one. It's trading 273. Huh. my chart turn off. Oh, oil's bullish. It's going again here. Sorry about the charts, guys. So I don't know how many back read was, but sorry about that. And MNKD is a bottom play. So yeah, sorry about that. I don't know how many back we went there, but I have to listen to the recording to see which ones I missed. I should have kept a list. CTXR was no good. LENS testing 200. URGN, that's a complete price action breakout. AGLE under the 200. So there really wasn't much except for, oh, blue is what blue is. I should have kept a list. Sorry, guys. RXDX. Trade's odd. Well, here I actually alarmed them. That'll tell us. So WPRT I alarmed, and TLA I alarmed, and Mankind I alarmed. I think NTLA was the one I really liked. Yeah. Aggressive. There's so many of these right now. So that's the bullish ones. The ones that are off on the day, STDY, let's take a look here. It's an odd chart. TITN. JCO. Drives. MAGS. Yeah, so none of these really qualify. Cool, kind of does. I guess we'll see what it does. It's just so far extended. ZN. LINU, that's the big mover from a day or two ago. It's holding its 200 still. PNED. See you later, Sean. YGE. Yeah, so there's nothing there. Okay, so I'll get the videos out tonight. Hopefully I can get a trade in here this afternoon. And I'll see you guys at 2 o'clock.